What's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the MESS. So the other day, we were down here talking about Offset and how somebody tried to take him out. He got shot at the casino. And I remember making a statement. I think Offset may have a gambling problem because every time I look up, and I don't keep up with Offset, but every time I look up, it feels as though every time I would look up, he would be at the casino. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not a big gambler. When I go to Vegas, I think the most I've ever spent at the casino, I think was like $300. And God was ready to I was ready to set that whole casino on fire because I lost everything. Oh, I spent $300 and lost $300. Okay, but I'm not a real big gambler. But anyways, I thought that every time I would see Offset out, like he would be like gambling. I'm like, he must got a gambling problem. I don't know, because I don't keep up with that man like that. Anyways, the people have come out and said that Offset owes everybody and their mama some money. I said, oh God. All right. Oh, the first thing is some pictures leaked the other day of Offset out and about after somebody tried to take him out. And he was outside smoking a cigarette. So the nigga, he all right. I mean, he got shot, but I mean, let me not try to downplay it, because if I got shot, baby, y'all gonna know about it, okay? Be very clear, okay? I don't care if I got shot in the leg, if it just grazed my arm, baby, y'all gonna know about it, okay? But see, I don't try to get down to the World Wide Web, Beyonce's internet, and act like I'm hoard. Okay, I don't try to act like I'm bored. I let y'all know straight up. Come over here, I'm calling the cops. Okay, so he was outside smoking a cigarette, and he looked like he was doing all right. So, shout out to Offset. We don't want nobody to go to glory. Especially at a young age, we're all gonna go one day somewhere, but we don't want anybody to go to glory. Not right now. Anyways, so this is according to TMZ. While Offset is recovering from the shooting at Florida's Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, he's also catching heat over $100,000 he borrowed from a Detroit casino, a debt he's trying to square away, TMZ has learned. Ooh, girl.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good time, bitch, in the penitentiary, bitch. That's where the fuck you gonna have a good time at, bitch.
The Motor City Casino Hotel is suing the rapper, claiming he opened a credit line of $100,000 with the casino so he could keep a night of gambling fun going back in March of 2024. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, the casino couldn't get in touch with Offset, so it tried to take the money out of his account directly. I know that's right. They said, bitch, we snatching this money. Well, at least they tried to. It didn't go through. Damn. As both parties agreed when he opened the credit line, but allegedly there wasn't enough money in it to pay off the debt.
Y'all going to jail.
The word on the curb been for a long time that Offset is, girl, I'm sure he got more money than me. Quiet as it's kept, at this point, I don't even know about that. But the word on the curb is Offset is a little broke. They say he ain't got no, they say his pockets ain't deep. The casino's suing Offset for breach of contract, fraud, and more. A rep for Offset tells TMZ we're working towards a resolution. The ex-Migos rappers on a streak a bad one with casinos. The lawsuit was filed just days before he was shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Florida. TMZ broke the story. He and Lil TJ's crew got into a fight that ended with someone opening fire and hitting Offset in the leg. He was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Girl, for me, it would have been life-threatening. That's why baby, that's how I would have acted. Okay? That's how I would have acted like it was life-threatening, okay? Look, TJ was booked for disorderly conduct related to the fight. He was released from jail the next day.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La is a rat. I don't do no damn fighting.
Man, you just want to tell us what happened?
Did I shoot? Crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly outside the
put his
casino. There was
hands
a
on
fight
you
near the.
or-
Smack the shit out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life. Ask
Somebody
Offset.
owe you- does somebody
Ask
owe you
Offset.
money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
This is just the latest in a string of financial woes for Offset, who had to pay the IRS more than $1.5 million in federal income tax after the department hit him with a lien. And that ain't even all of it, girl. Listen to this. It gets even messier. Now, this is what Hollywood Unlocked reported. Former NFL star Dez Bryant claims Offset owes him $8,000. Also alleges that the rapper reached out to him 3 hours before he got shot for a money play. I don't ever talk about what I do or my relationships with anyone, but I'm going to give y'all a quick story between me and Offset. I hate when niggas, you know what I hate? I hate when niggas, like, you want to be messy. Girl, just be messy. Girl, it's okay. We all messy to a certain degree. Some messier than others, but I don't ever talk about what I do or my relationships with anyone, but I'm going to give y'all a quick story. Girl, you couldn't wait to run to the internet and tell. I bet Offset, wait. I beat Offset out of 8K. He tried to take a nap on me, and I go to tap him and wake him up, telling him I need that 8K. His partner saw me tapping on him. I can tell his partners wanted to jump on some bullshit. I chilled because I was by myself, completely outnumbered. So I charged it to the game. I swear to God, Offset reached out to me yesterday, 3 hours before he got shot on a money play. I thought about it and said, I'm good. Then I saw the news later and I was like, damn, some people don't play about their money. And then that's not even it. Ebro apologizes for revealing Offset owes him $5K after their Super Bowl bet. So Offset owe everybody a little bit of money, it sounds like. And then, of course, DJ Academics, the one who sounded like he got nuts in the side of his mouth. DJ Academics shares alleged text messages between Selena Powell and Offset. But Selena been said that Offset owed her some money a long time ago, who allegedly asked her for money and forwarded Hard Rock Casino host saying he lost nearly $900,000. Listen. You know, we all have somewhat of addiction. We all may have an addiction to something, whether it's food, you know, sex, alcohol, you know, sweets, men, women. I don't know. You know, a lot of people could have some type of addiction. I probably think not one of, but because there's some addictions out there that you just don't want. But I like financial, like when you are going down a hole and you owing everybody and you have this gambling addiction and you getting shot, and then we know you trying to get Cardi's money, you know, with this divorce that's going on. It's like that he gonna have to take a step back. I'm gonna go ahead and say something. Girl, Offset, you really fucked up the money train because all you had to do was act right with Cardi, and y'all really probably could have been a power couple, and you probably could have monetized more off of that relationship with Cardi. Because I've always said this, even though I don't keep up with the Migos, I always felt like Quavo was like the Beyonce of the group, right? I mean, there ain't none of them Beyonce of the group, be very clear. But if I had to put someone in a position that I thought that was the most popular and would have been on their way, it would have been Quavo. In my honest opinion, it wasn't until Offset got with Cardi where I think the roles reversed and he kind of like skyrocketed past Quavo as far as like popularity. So he really benefited off of being with Cardi B. Be very clear, Cardi B did not need Offset. Offset needed a Cardi B. Because we can look at Cardi B and see that she's still going up. And who's going down? Girl. Offset. You fucked up the church's money. All you had to do was just keep your dick in your pants. and not cheat and not disrespect your wife. And y'all probably could have been over there going on some joint tour together. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Doing some joint album together. Making money. And now here you go running around town getting shot. It's not funny. Owing people money. Everybody from Ebro to Des Bryant to girl, what they say, Motor City Casino, girl to Selena Powell. You owe the girls money. And they want their goddamn money. That ain't even all of it, y'all. Listen to this. This is according to TMZ also. Offset to Cardi B, I want DNA testing on your baby with Stefan. So Cardi B's got some splaining to do about the paternity of her youngest child, at least according to Offset, who was clearly wondering if it was his or Stefan Diggs, TMZ has learned. TMZ obtained a court order issued in Cardi and Offset's divorce case on February the 25th, 2026. And in it, the judge denied the ex-Migos rapper request for a DNA test on the baby, but the paternity request he requested for another child of Cardi's was granted. The dates of birth of the children are redacted in the order, but one is described as a newborn, so that's got to be Stefan's kid, who was born in November. The last child that Offset and Cardi had together was born in 2024. The order also prohibits Offset and Cardi from making any disparaging or defamatory remarks about each other on social media or in interviews. Cardi filed for divorce in 2024 and asked for primary custody of their kids. Girl, we know he didn't want them. The two initially split in 2020, but reconciled soon after. Any rekindling this time around seems highly unlikely, considering Offset was questioning the paternity of Cardi's kids. The exes have 3 kids together, and then they named the kid's name. Yeah, that's a mess. I think when shit like that happens, girl, I don't listen. I don't know who y'all letting crawl between y'all legs. Quad is this cup, it ain't none of my business. But we're gonna talk, we're gonna talk about it when it makes the blogs. But I could honestly see Offset just doing this just to cause chaos and confusion. Like, I could see him and Cardi really not having sex around the time she was having sex with Stefan. I know, listen. I know we watched plenty of Maury Povich, okay? And, the girls will get on down and they'll be like, he's the daddy. Look at his nose. Look at his forehead. Look at his knuckles. Look at his knuckles, Maury. Maury, they got the same knuckles. Look at their kneecaps, Maury. The baby be 2 months old, and she be like, they got the same kneecaps, Maury. Maybe that lady be on stage cutting up and acting a fool, and then Maury girl pull out that manila folder, and then he say the results are in, and you are not the father. So we know that the girls will pull a scam and lie. And then the killer part be the producers go to the back and they'll be like, so is there anybody else that could be the father? They'd be like, yes, like one other, maybe like 2 other men. Bitch, you knew it was 1 or 2 other niggas before you got your ass on stage embarrassing yourself. Talking about, look at their knuckles, look at their kneecaps, look, they got the same toes, girl. So all I'm saying is you just never know. But I could see Cardi knowing. I could see Cardi knowing who her baby daddy is. And I could see Offset just pulling a stunt and show just to cause chaos and confusion to try to get a lick at Cardi any way he can because Cardi don't want his ass. Because I'm sure as many times as Cardi has taken him back and as many times as she's gotten caught up with the law involving that nigga, he probably thought that this is just going to be another time where she going to get mad, put me on the couch and then she'll be back. And girl. She ain't been back. Okay. Anyways, shout out to Cardi. Shout out to Stefan. Shout out to Offset. I'm glad he's all right. Let's move on, y'all. Baby, listen to this. Ooh. Sia agrees to pay. Y'all know the singer? The one who sings Chandelier? Her. She always covers her face up. Yeah, her. Anyways. So Sia agrees to pay over $40,000 a month in child support to estranged husband, Daniel Bernad. Baby, I done told y'all. I mean, after I read this, I kind of understood why he getting the change, but I done told y'all, baby, the nickels are the new bitches, baby. Girl, it's a shakedown of the Chanels. I've been telling y'all, girl, y'all better stop marrying the light man, and y'all better start taking care of y'all kids because these niggas is putting y'all bitches on child support. And they are winning, girl. Okay, they is getting y'all. Y'all better go ex Holly Berry's. Okay? Because she had to come off a grip, okay? I think she has to pay both of her baby daddy's child support. I said, ooh, girl.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
Anyways, let's get into the story, and y'all will see what I mean. So Sia and her estranged husband, Daniel Bernad, have reached an agreement regarding child support and custody of their young son. According to court documents filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court and reviewed by People, on April the 6th, the Chandelier singer will pay Bernard $42,500 per month in child support for their son, Somersault Wonder Bernard. Bitch, I said she must have been high. And he probably was high too when they named that baby Somersault Wander. Y'all be doing, now y'all, I just miss the days. You know what I do? I do miss the days when people just named us regular names. Girl, y'all be doing too much. Girl, I just miss the days when people just named their kids Ashley, Tiffany, John, James, Rodney, girl, Erica, Denise, Danielle. Just regular schmegular names. Girl, now y'all out here name y'all kids Sir and Remy Ma and Apple and Coco. And it just be like on a Somersault and Wander. Like, I just be confused sometimes. Anyways, them y'all children. The musician 50 welcomed her third child and her first with Bernard on March the 27th, 2024, according to divorce documents previously obtained by People. The payments began on April the 1st and will continue until their child turns 18 or if he is still attending high school full-time until he graduates or turns 19. The support may also end earlier under certain conditions, including death, marriage, emancipation, or further court order. In addition to the monthly payments, Sia is responsible for covering private school tuition, agreed upon extracurricular activities, and uninsured health costs. She will also maintain health insurance for her son according to the filing. The agreement also includes provisions to secure the child's financial future. Sia is required to maintain a $5 million life insurance policy, naming her son as a beneficiary or establish a trust to provide equivalent support if she dies before he reaches adulthood. The former couple will share joint legal custody of their son, while physical custody will follow a set schedule beginning April the 1st. I feel like in situations like this, if you would have, what's so crazy? I don't know anything about how this shit works. I know it's flawed and has this, but you would think that somebody who has to pay all of this, that the other person would more than likely probably be granted like full custody. That's why you have to pay all of this stuff. But it says that the former couple will share joint legal custody of their son, while physical custody will follow a set schedule beginning April the 1st. The arrangement outlines specific weekday and weekend custody for Bernard, along with detailed divisions of holidays. Per the arrangement, Bernard will have custody on occasions including Father's Day and parts of Hanukkah, while Sia will have custody on Mother's Day, Easter, and Christmas. The filing also includes guidelines for vacation, school breaks, and communication between the parents. The stipulation comes amid ongoing divorce between the pair. Sia filed for divorce from Bernard in March 2025 after the couple, a year after they welcomed their son together. The former couple married in 2022. In October 2025, Bernard filed a request seeking sole legal and physical custody, alleging that Sia wasn't. Now, this is where it gets messy, girl. This is why I was like, oh, girl. That's probably why he getting that money. He probably gonna have her. He probably gonna have that child more than Sia. No tea, no shade. Alleging that Sia was an unfit and unreliable parent struggling with substance abuse and addiction. See, I didn't know that, T. Girl. According to court documents previously obtained by People, Sia responded. I hope I'm saying her. I don't know if it's Sia or Sia. It might be Sia. I call her girl Sia. Sia responded in a filing the following day, stating she had been sober for more than 6 months and was actively participating in a recovery program that included weekly testing and a sober companion. A judge later denied Bernard's quest for emergency sole custody. Now listen to this, baby. I said, oh, Bernard, he want all the motherfucking money. When I tell you, bitch, Bernard had also previously requested temporary spousal support of $250,856 per month. I said, bitch. Now I'm nosy. I tried to Google and see if he got that money. They say it's still I couldn't find if he got the money or not. Along with additional funds for legal and forensic accounting fees, stating in filings that he had no income after leaving his medical career to pursue a business venture with Sia. Girl, I need y'all bitches to stop marrying the light man. Because the simple fact that this motherfucker could possibly get almost $300,000 a month from you, girl. 40-something in child support and over $250,000 in temporary spousal support. Bitch, I'll be banging my head against the motherfucking wall. Bitch, I don't even see how she's sober. Because, bitch, I'll still be high as a motherfucking kite. I probably shouldn't have said that. But I'm just saying. Bitch, if I had to pay a motherfucker almost $300,000, I know she doesn't have to right now. She just has to pay that child support. But even with the child support, bitch, I still would probably be, bitch, I'd be high than a Cooter Brown, bitch. Like I said, I thought about it. I was like, at first I thought that he, I had to reread the article. I'm always kind of confused about sometimes with child support and joint legal custody. I know a lot of you probably know about it because I would think that someone probably who has like full custody would be granted, or someone who probably to me. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, so when I hear men and women who like the woman, it's joint legal custody. But we know that the woman, more than likely, is going to have, most women keep their kids more than the father does, especially when they're not together. That's just facts. I don't give a damn when nobody say most of the time when a couple breaks up, even if it's joint legal custody, if it's 50-50, the woman will more than likely have the child more than the father has the child. So in cases like that, I could see how you could have to pay somebody child support. Oh, well, I just thought about it. Maybe in this case, girl, he might have the sum more than Sia, especially if Sia is, a recovering addict. I don't know, girl. It is what it is. Girl, you got, bitch. Bitch, I know that bitch want to hang from a chandelier now, baby. Okay? I want to swing from the chandelier. I know she do, bitch. I know she want to swing from the chandelier, bitch. Girl, do a bump or two. Girl, toss back a bottle, bitch. Girl, you got to get that man $42,000. I mean, it's for the child. And quiet as it's kept, girl, it's no tea, no shade. You know how you look at some people and you feel like, girl, you probably don't even really like some of the people. I do believe that, girl, we always get into these conversations about child support, and I think that because most people would never receive that much in child support. Like I think my mama used to get. Well, I used to get. I think I was getting like $125 a month, $115 a month. It was something like that, girl. I can't remember. It wasn't a lot. I don't think it was over 130. I can't remember, girl. It was not a lot. Because I remember when I lived with my grandmother my last 2 years of high school. And the checks will come to me. Anyways. So yeah. And I remember, girl, I used to forge my mama's name on the back because it had my mama's name on it. And because my town was very, 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 very small. Everybody knew everybody. So girl, they would just let me sign my mama's name on the back and they would just cash for me all the time. Girl, I mean, I probably shouldn't have said that. Okay. But yeah, child, it is what it is. You know, a lot of people, you know, when it comes to child support, you just never really know. For some of these celebrity kids, I will always say we just really don't know their lifestyles. We just don't. We just don't. I'm sure that, and I know that this child may not be on the same level as far as, you know, popularity, but I'm sure that when it comes to like those Knowles Carter's kids, those Kardashian West kids, that it takes, because I think Kim gets, last time I checked, I think Kim was getting $50,000 per child from Kanye for child support. You just never know, because when you start to factor in private education, security, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure after, especially when that shit happened with Kim in France, when I think she got robbed, I'm sure she probably upped the security with her children. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes when it comes to child support, you just never really know the lifestyle, especially when it comes to like the rich and famous, because they do live a completely different world than what we live, you know? Anyways, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all. So this is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Damn, Kristi Noem's husband exposed again as model claims he paid her thousands and told her, "I want to marry you." So neighbors, just when y'all thought the situation couldn't get any wilder, it did. After reports already surfaced about Bryon Noem's alleged secret online life.
Good pussy bitch calls. Y'all already know, huh?
A model is now stepping forward with even more details about their years-long connection, and baby, she's telling it all. According to the model, Nicole, I can't pronounce her last name, Bryon allegedly contacted her through her OnlyFans page using a fake name and quickly became one of her top-paying clients. She claims he was sending her money regularly, covering luxury expenses and even helping fund cosmetic procedures. But it didn't stop there. Nicole says Bryon allegedly became emotionally invested, telling her things like, "You're the one I love," and even going as far as saying he wanted to marry her. Messages reportedly show him asking about paying off her expenses and offering to use his credit cards to take care of her lifestyle. Bitch, I can't never meet nobody like that. I mean, I ain't trying to, but bitch, ain't nobody ever offered either. If I can keep my goddamn money. Okay. Anyway, she also claims he was deeply into a Barbie aesthetic, allegedly encouraging her to look while also wanting to mirror it himself. According to her, the conversations included explicit requests, financial arrangements, and what she described as a long-term arrangement where he paid monthly for exclusive access to her content and attention. The model says this went on for years, with Bryon allegedly sending thousands of dollars, gift, and covering things like designer items, and personal upkeep. Meanwhile, this all comes as his wife, former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, is already facing headlines over the situation. She's already asked for prayers. Kristi, girl, you might need to ask for that divorce. I don't know why that bitch need to ask for a divorce, because she knew. They said them girls was married. Yes, I said girl. They said that she and that man over there who was playing with titties, they said that they were married over 3 decades. Bitch, that's 30 years. Let me make sure I'm telling the truth. Hold up. Kristi, I think I read 30 years. Either they were married for 30 years or together for 30 years. Let me see. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have been married for over 30 years. Married in 1992. Okay? 92, 2002, 2012, 2022. Bitch. As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a damn what nobody say. This is just me. I don't think that you can be married to someone for that amount of time and not know that they're into what he's into. Now, you can be married to somebody for a very long time and not know everything about that person. You know what I'm saying? I believe that people die, people die all the time, and then they find out stuff. They be like, bitch, what the fuck? I've been married to this nigga for 40 years. I've been married to this heifer for 60 years and didn't know that this shit was going on. So I know that happens, but I just do not believe that in this scenario with this white woman and this white man, that she did not know about his life. The same way that Kris Jenner was over there and she knew about Caitlyn walking around the house with her pumps and dresses on. Baby, feeling like a woman, bro. You think that Chrissy didn't know that nigga was in that motherfucking room? Girl, bitch, put balloons in his chest? You think she didn't know that shit? She was with that nigga for 30 years? Girl, please. That bitch knew. She just said, don't embarrass me. The money is coming in. We live in a good life. Don't embarrass me, nigga. Just don't embarrass me. And when you do, I'm going to act like I'm the white woman who just didn't know. You ain't fooling me, Kristi, bitch. I know your ass knew. Okay?
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Anyways, girl, get into these these alleged text messages from Daily Mail Plus, girl. I didn't hang up. I miss you. Want to use my Amex? Our Amex, bitch. Ooh. Yes, daddy. That's what I was saying. Yes, daddy, I do. Call our Amex. Yes. Sure, babe. Thank you. Would love to marry you. How are you going to pay off? All paid. I can't see that. So basically, girl, that was their Amex. And I think she has his name as Slave Chicago. Girl, that's a mess. That is a mess. You really never know what people are into behind closed doors. You just never really know. Anyways, clearly he didn't give a damn. I feel like when stuff like this happens, when you are like, it's one thing for you to record yourself having sex, in 2000, and then all of a sudden the video get out and you be like, oh my God, bitch, I really like, you recorded yourself, you was young and stupid. But something like this, where it could be very embarrassing to you, your family, you really online, and this is what you're into. Like pretending that you have titties. Girl, I don't know, girl. That's a mess. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know, child. Anyways, all right, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.